tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate, I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man, man, oh, there with the hands, thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans, I do what I want, they do what they can, got it on smash, put on the gas, I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, yeah. They can't catch up because they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me cause I like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit her max, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Check 9, check 9. Check 52.
Now Wilson. He gets it to Humphreys. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
A first down carry for Henry. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 51, Mike 51. Check.
Here's 2nd and 8. On the move to his left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now a play fake here on first down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
To number 89. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Come. Ready.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
What we got? Now.
On first down, right back to Lindsay. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
10 too small. Hey, exit.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6. At the
Hey.
34-yard line.
You're out. 5.
Second and 6. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Derrick Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another first and 10. They go play action now. Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Work to be done here on second and 16 after the sack. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play action. Now Wilson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this will pin them back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
57's Mike. Hey, Wahoo! On the ball. 57's Mike. 57's Mike. Shoot!
They'll drop the throw. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
He made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Armstrong. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Get him!
Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
57. Let him know.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
Jatavis Brown on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Ready! 30 base.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Titans nothing.
On the double. 57 to Mike. Cut. Watch the twist. Get it.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Ready.
And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, high 7. 57 to mine. 57. Let's go now.
They'll set up to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Come on, set. 60 or.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Cross the pass. 5.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos push further out in front. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of the play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Henry. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They go play action here on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
A give, running right, Lindsey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Ready, ready. 57, Mike 57. Here we go, here we go.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And an alley to run. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey, 74 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Here's Wilson to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Cut, Green 80. Your track.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Jordan. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds Humphries. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
12. You got tight right there. 6 guys.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. After the penalty, it's Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson, complete. It's Henry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Kill. Zebra.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Kenny Galladay there to make the grab. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Until that late score here in the 2nd quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this is Parker, complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
10 Lobo. 58 to Mike.
On 1st down, Lindsey. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now it's Lindsey. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Rush in, clear. Ready.
On second down, it's Lindsey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Hey, Haywood.
Situation, let's go. 58's the money.
Now.
Back to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Devontae Parker, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Tyus Bowser. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
It's caught. Humphreys. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a second.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Check. 22 jet bomber. Yo, go. Motion. Hey, Foxtrot.
Check, Mike 57.
Fire.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. They'll look to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A little check down to Lindsey. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
36 power.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. Boswell's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
On first down, Lindsey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. General West. Under crunch. There.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. He'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow... incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 point.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 6 yards away, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. To throw is Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jordan. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 72 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Slam.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Mike 51.
65. Pre-alert.
Check 4.
Here's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes up.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. From 21 yards away. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Down.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles. What does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
57's the mic.
On second down now, it's Armstrong. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Got it.
57's right. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Ready, ready. 18 Gator.
58 right there.
Hey, orbit.
58 for Mike.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Ready.
Mike, 57. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey, and the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Ready.
On first down, Lindsey. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And that'll set him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Now.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
A 1-yard loss brings up 2nd and 16.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
58 right there. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for Denver, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.